The scenery outside reminds me of my pride, reminds me of my will. At the windowsill, I sit and see the grays, the children they all play and laugh amongst themselves. Somehow remind me of myself on the merry-go-round.
Hi.
Oh, there he is. You still got on the Juris Protocols t-shirt, huh?
Boss. Fully dressed.
Let me turn the volume up a little bit so I can hear you a little better. Uh, what's up, man? Long day, huh?
Pretty long day. Pretty exciting.
Yeah. Congratulations. I've really got to watch it back on my computer because I was trying to watch it while I was working on my phone. So it was tough to see, really tough to hear. But I caught some of it, so I'm gonna have to watch it back on the computer and see if I can jack up the volume a little bit. Were you the first ones as far as like the presentations, the individual presentations? Were you the first ones on or the last ones on?
I think we were the second or third.
Okay, okay. Because on the chart that they put up, the time frames were a little weird. Like they had you and they had somebody else listed as the same time frame. So,
No, it's a typo. They didn't manage to fix it. So it should have been 1640, but it was 15.
oh, okay. All
That's
right.
why
I got
the
Yeah. How did it feel?
little bit unreal initially, and you could see we were nervous, and it
Yeah.
was tough to hold the mic, because we were not used to holding mics ever.
Yeah.
We had like these things you put here, and then you don't
Lapel,
have to
the
worry.
lapel mic. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's
that was
awesome.
like it was a little bit distracting because we were talking in a foreign language, and at the same time it was like, oh fuck, nobody's able to hear me, and you had to like.
Right. Yeah. A little getting used to. So now for us, all we can see, I'm assuming that it's their YouTube channel or whatever that's kind of broadcasting it, but all we can see is the stage. So, how many people are there? I mean, is this a big event? Is it only the presenters that are there? Or I know that you're with an entourage, but I mean, are there other people there as well that are just there to kind of watch?
I think some of the projects or like the people had like friends with them.
Okay,
Some people were there with their partners, I think.
okay,
Um, but to be quite honest with you, I don't think there was like retail or like normal people there. Just
and
so I was like a niche in a niche because like in Berlin right now there's blockchain week.
okay,
It's going for like 10 days at least, I think, or 2 weeks almost.
hmm,
And this is like the closing event and stuff. Many people already left. And I was
okay,
told that the events were like heavy and much bigger than this one. But it's not necessarily bad because you can use it very well to network, right? It's sometimes an advantage. If there is not many people, then you have the opportunity to shine and to
yeah,
make contacts.
I hear you. No, that's great. Yeah, I was just wondering because you can hear a spattering of applause and stuff in the audience. And I didn't know if it's just the audio or whatever it is, but yeah. So I'm just trying to like take us all like kind of into the summit kind of thing. So describe what is it like there? Describe the feeling. Describe the vibe.
It's pretty, I would almost say familiar because it was small, right? So there was like,
Okay.
you could immediately connect with people. They would come to us and ask. I was actually told like the t-shirts we had t-shirts for everyone, I guess, because we
Yeah.
expected more people there.
Okay.
So we were like, oh, we should have had more t-shirts. Unfortunately, it's so expensive, and now like almost anyone who asked for a t-shirt could have one.
Okay.
Um, and many people came to us and just talked, and they were like, "Hey guys, what are you doing?" Because they like the branding and stuff, I guess. It looked
Okay.
nice, and so they got interested, and they were like, "Who are you guys?" And
So you're
yeah, I don't
finding
know.
so you're finding that the people that are there outside of Terra Classic didn't really know what Juris Protocol was or know who you were. They just They saw the branding, they saw the, you know, the imagery, which, you know, masterfully by David, right? And that got their interest, and they came and they wanted to know who you were and what you were doing.
Yeah, so what I have to explain is I don't think we posted pictures yet from the info table. Um, we were lucky because of the small size of the event. We
Yep.
asked the organizers, like, hey, which tables can we use? Like, where can we put our stuff? Like the info table. Do we have a spot? I was like, feel free to take as many tables you need. Put them where you like. I was like, I have lots of prints, like big prints also. Are we
Yep.
allowed to put them there? And he was like, of course, like do what you like. And we still had or I had brought with us the stuff from the video shooting last time. So
Okay.
we had a really, really nice info table, and I put it right at the entrance. So when you come in, first thing you see is big fat ass Juris protocol, and we put Langquist right next to us. So we had 3 tables. 2 of them were like Juris, and one of them right next to each other was Langquist. So there was a big Terra Classic thing. David
Beautiful.
was also there. I think it was impressive for them. So they were like, "Who are these guys?" Like,
Perfect. Perfect. Now, I mean, everybody's familiar with Terra Classic there. They just weren't familiar with the projects or whatever. What kind of questions are they asking you about Juris?
they asked us what Juris is.
Yep.
We told them it's a lending protocol. Um, this time, most of the people knew what lending protocols are, so we didn't have to really explain further.
Yep.
And they asked us on which chain we are. Some people asked us whether, like, at which phase we are with the project, like whether we have funding, whether we need maybe networking, maybe oh, let's connect here. Maybe we can do a project in future. Maybe we can integrate together with our chains and stuff. So it was really, really nice to talk to other people that are in the space that are actually building things. And I think this event was like a door opener for not only for Juris, for the chain, for everyone
Well, that's
who.
what we were hoping, right? That's what we were hoping for. So, what is everyone's reaction when they ask what chain you're on and you tell them you're on Terra Classic, Lunk?
Um, I don't think it's maybe a little bit surprising. Like people were surprised that we built on Lang on Terra Classic, but it wasn't like in back after the crash. Like it wasn't like, oh, why are you guys building on Terra Classic? You know, wasn't the chain dead? So it was more like I had the feeling, at least. Maybe it's just my perception, but I felt that they actually respect that we're building on Terra Classic. They're like, oh, look at these guys.
Okay.
Um,
All right. That's
And I think
good.
they like that we're like normal people, you know. They asked us, "What's your background?" And it's like I have like IT background and just normal retail crypto guy,
Yep.
interested in the tech, and till as well, basically. He's
Okay.
not sitting here, by the way. I'm just pointing as
Oh,
if he
yeah,
was
yeah,
here.
I got you. Till has a family. He had to go home, right? Yeah. I mean, that's good to know. Those are some of the things that I really wanted to know. I wanted to know how Juris was going to be received by other chains in the cosmos. I mean, obviously, you know, we hear things and there isn't always a lot of good being said out there about Terra Classic. A lot of people, you know, we already know a lot of people thought Terra Classic was dead. They just don't hear anything from us, so they just assumed it was gone. So I'm really interested in people's reactions and people's questions, and you know, when they found out it's Terra Classic, were they immediately making the connection with Anchor? No.
No, which
Okay.
no, not really, which was a little bit surprising to me.
Right.
I would say like 1/3 of the people we talked to, and you have to keep in mind it's not retail, it's like the builders and like people involved in chains or like you
So
know
you would
like
think that they would know. All right.
ecosystem people. Yeah, actually yes, but a lot of them, most of them knew about the stablecoin, algorithmic stablecoin, and the crash and stuff. But when you
Right.
said Anchor, it was more like, And then some remembered, when I said, okay, yeah, that is, and they were like, oh yeah, you're right, there was this thing, and then we explained, and then it kicked like, oh yeah, it
Oh, I got you.
was
So
like
it wasn't
surprising to me.
wasn't necessarily that they weren't drawing the connection. Some of them didn't really know exactly what Anchor was to begin with. Okay. All right. I got it.
It sounded like this. Some
I'm
of
sorry.
them.
You start over. You broke up a little bit.
Sorry?
You broke up, so I missed like your first couple words.
I said some of them, or for some people, uh, to me it looked like they didn't really know what Anchor was, or that there was Anchor. So it looked to me like a lot of them realized that there is this Terra chain back then, before the DPEG. And there is this stable coin on it, and there is some DeFi stuff going on, but I don't think everyone really looked into it, like
Okay.
what protocol is like fueling this stuff, and you know what I mean? Like, seems
Okay.
like there was a big hurry, and everyone which also makes a little bit sense, because if you think about it, if you're a builder and like you're focused on your own stuff, you don't necessarily go and like study other chains and like what's
Right.
going
No,
on.
I get it. Yeah, I do. I get it. So did you guys sit back and watch like the whole thing today? Everybody's presentation and the panels? No? You didn't get to see them?
No, to be honest, not because I wasn't interested. I think Till watched a little bit more. Um, okay, I can confess I was pretty damn nervous before it started, and we had to make sure that the table is right. We had
Yeah.
because it's like I had to prepare for the talk and everything. Like our friends helped us. One of them is sitting here at the opposite side. They helped us a lot.
What's up, G?
Ja, he's here. Willst
I'm
du was
sure.
sagen? Was auch kommen? Ja, komm. Can sit next to me. What's up, guys?
How are you, brother? Good to see you.
I'm
You
fine.
having a good
I'm
time?
fine. Yeah, it was a nice day.
Yeah, good. You get a lot of good pictures, a lot of good video.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So we saw a little demonstration, right, of the day. You posted something on X that was a bunch of different shots all kind of run together. You guys put that together super fast, and it was done really, really well.
Yeah, it's so he connected us to the video guy who is in bed now.
Oh, okay.
He's not used to the crypto lifestyle yet, but
Yeah, I got you. So there's going to be more, right? Because, like I was saying to you, the audio, I got to be honest, it's kind of really bad. I'm a little surprised. I thought that maybe they would have kind of tested things or worked that out a little better. And I'm not sure what the audio is actually being fed from, what kind of microphone they're using to pick you guys up, but it's just really, really tough. So I'm happy that you've got your posse there. You've got the entourage with the video and the cameras and all that. And I'm assuming, I'm at least hoping that you guys are getting like, are they filming everything? Like when, so you've already gone on. Did they film all that so that they can release it with a better video and a better audio?
nicht alles. I don't think that he filmed the whole talk,
Okay. Okay.
because because we were told that there is going to be a recording, so we thought we will do a cool summary social media clip thing.
Right.
So I don't think he recorded everything. Like he went
Oh,
here and there and did like this stuff. You know
okay.
what I mean?
Well, like I said, I'll go back and listen to it on the computer. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's just because I was listening on my phone that it wasn't great. You guys have got something else coming up tomorrow, right? You're on a panel, um,
Yes.
the Interchain DeFi panel, and the only one I'm seeing on the list that's not going to be there, I guess, is Vegas. I hear he maybe had some scheduling issues or something.
I
Um,
don't know if he cannot make it tomorrow. So
oh, he
I
might
was
make
told
it.
today.
Okay.
I don't know.
I had
But
heard something about him missing a plane or something like that. So, yeah, okay.
yeah, but
Uh,
in the Telegram group, I think it was like unclear. So I don't know.
okay.
Maybe he can make it tomorrow.
I mean, just something to think about because because the video and the audio that they're putting out isn't really all that great, and I know that you've got some guys with you who do a phenomenal job with that. Maybe, if you get the chance, maybe they can actually film and get some good audio on that panel so that we can actually see it a little better than maybe what they're putting out. Again, just a suggestion, but yeah, we're really going to be looking forward to that. Are there any other projects there that you find, and I'm not trying to like diss anybody. Is there anything there that you really wanted to know more about? Anything that you're finding interesting that you weren't really aware of before?
From the other projects, you mean?
Yes.
Um, to be honest, I can only talk about Langverse, and it's
Okay.
not because I want to show Terra Classic projects. For one time, I'm just being serious,
Yeah.
or real, or honest with you guys. So I didn't have a chance to watch a lot of the other things that were going on. I literally only watched Langverse and David on the marketing panel thing.
The DeFi
Because
marketing
they
thing.
were
Yeah.
scheduled at the end. And in between, we were like, I think that was your question before my friend joined. I didn't have the time or the the patience, the nerves to watch the stuff because there was so much things going on. We released the website, right? So I had to
Right.
manage with the dev in between, like preparing the talk and the table and getting everything
Okay.
done, trying to not be nervous. And when our talk was done, we just left for going to eat something. There was
Yeah.
later there was like dinner and stuff there, but we just went and did like 1 hour relaxing, sitting together,
You know,
and I had to
I, I
calm
mean,
down and
I think we could all clearly see the nerves. Um, you know, you can just see it, you can tell. But I don't know if that was your first time ever like speaking in front of an audience like that or on stage. You really actually did a really good job. The both
thank
you and
you.
Till did a really, really good job. Had you practiced your presentation or did you basically, because I saw you guys walking around with notes. Did you just basically take down notes and say, okay, let's just go wing it?
Um, so first of all, I think Till did surprisingly well today.
You both did. Yeah.
Um, so for me, it was not the first time speaking in front of an audience,
Okay.
but it was the first time speaking in front of an audience in English.
Oh,
And
okay.
also the other times it was like talking in university in front of bigger audience, but it's like for it's not other people's money invested in you and you go on stage and talk about your stuff. You have not the it's a different kind of pressure and like I can't think of the English word right now because it's like responsibility. You have big responsibility on stage for other people, so it's like pressure on you. You know what I mean?
Right. I got it.
But I'm happy that you say we did well because I'm not sure. I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, no, it was, but I would tell you if you look like a bonehead, I would tell you. But no, you actually looked really, really good. I was really shocked a little bit. I'll be honest. But I was very proud. I'm like, look at my boys, getting all comfortable and talking to everybody. So that's really good. I'm glad you got that first one out of the way. I'm very much looking forward to the panel tomorrow because it's going to be you and Till and Nick, right? But along with some people from some other chains. And I'm curious about what that dynamic is going to be. Um, I'm going to have to watch it on recording because I will be working tomorrow. We have not retired DJ Trev yet. I also
But
want
we're
to, while
getting
I'm on,
closer, right?
I'm sorry.
With every month we're getting closer, right?
I hope so. Yeah, and I wanted to make sure that before we ended this, I wanted to make sure that I said thank you to you and Till, pass it on to him or whatever for that. It was so unexpected, nothing we had talked about. Um, I was just really into hearing you guys or trying to listen to you guys talk about Juris Protocol, and all of a sudden my name came up, and we went into the whole retire DJ Trev thing and gave me a little shout out. This is a YouTuber that's been with us since the beginning, and I really appreciate that. I mean, it so wasn't necessary. I know I'm not a member of the team. I'm just, just like everybody else, I'm just a fan. I'm an investor. I'm a guy who's doing his best to try to help you guys out. So I appreciated that. It was unnecessary, and it was
No,
really
it was.
much.
I have to disagree. It's not unnecessary because you enabled us. You believed in us when nobody else did, basically. And you did this already when we did the terrible stuff, and that's why we connected. But now it's with Juris. You did the same,
Yeah.
and that's why we appreciate you. And even if we grow to whatever market cap, and there is YouTubers coming to this and that. I rather stick with people that stick with us, and you know what I mean. So I appreciate everything you did for us, and the project would not have been possible if you didn't connect us to the right people initially, right? So we're very thankful, and I was happy to be able to give something back today.
Yeah, yeah, it's all appreciated, and I'm here for the long haul. That's for sure. Um,
So
speaking of,
retirement, right? Retirement is the longest haul you can
well,
get.
listen, if you make me too much money, I already said it, I'll disappear and no one will ever see me again. But I mean,
I have your Telegram, so it's okay.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
change it. I have your Telegram handle. Don't change it and disappear. That's okay.
All right. Um, just speaking very carefully about those other connections or whatever. Um, are we, leading up to this, leading up to today, a lot of stuff has been going on in the background that the community doesn't see, isn't really aware of, not something that we really put out there. I can say now, there has been stress. There has been worry. There has been, I'm surprised Puya has any hair left because I feel like he was wanting to pull it out of his head and look like me. Um, how happy are you, or satisfied are you that it all ultimately came together and everything, I think everything got done that you wanted done in time, right? I mean, was that a relief?
Yes, but it didn't last long because, like, when people talk, they ask us, like, what's the next steps? What are you guys working on? And we're like, we're working on the testnet release, and everybody's waiting for us, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So, yeah, it
yeah,
was small relief, and now it's like, now we need to, how should I say this? Be even more serious about it because now a lot of people watch us.
yeah. So now it's go into stress mode about the next portion, right? To get that out on time and
Motivation also grew. You know, like the stress is growing, but the motivation also is growing. So
yeah, yeah.
we'll grind
Um,
through it together.
there are, and we're not going to get into detail. And I've hinted about things before. Um, to everyone who's watching, this is awesome. The summit is awesome. The test net, there are things that are going to be that you're going to get hit with um, over the next, I don't know, year, maybe less, that you did not see coming. Um, what's happening right now, the lending protocol and all that, it is a wonderful, wonderful thing. They're doing the best job that anybody could possibly hope for. There is so much more. This is laying a foundation, and the house that's going to be built on this, nobody's ever seen anything like this. The conversations that are being had and the things that are being floated by me that this is happening, these talks are going on. It's blowing my mind. It's way beyond anything that I expected when you contact me and said, "Hey, we made a little meme coin. Do you want to be involved?" I had no idea what to expect, and I kind of still don't. Like every day, there's something else. It's like, what? You did what? You're doing what? I'm so impressed with you guys. I'm so happy to be along with you on this journey. I appreciate you letting me be here. And yeah, man, I mean, we're brothers. I'm so happy that you're getting to meet all these guys. And I might actually meet up. Rexy's is gonna be in Boston on Wednesday, uh, in a couple of days, next week or whatever. And I work that day. I work the next day, so it's going to be very, very tough for me to meet up with him. But I'm actually going to try my best to move things around, and I might even try to take Thursday off so I can meet up with him Wednesday night, have a few drinks, get shit-faced. I don't know, you know. Um, but I really want to do that because I'm watching you guys meet people for the first time, people that we've been talking to for years now, and you're actually getting to look them in the eye and shake their hand, and I'm so jealous of that. That I'll even take Rexy if it's getting to meet Rexy. That's fine with me. But the day's gonna come when we're all gonna get together. I don't know if it's gonna be in Berlin or New York or wherever it's gonna be, but that day's gonna come, and
For sure.
yeah, it's absolutely gonna happen. So I have no doubt in my mind about that. Thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you to the posse, the crew. I understand your friend here. Just like I introduced you to some people, you got some great people around you because your friend beside you there to the left introduced you to some awesome people too. And it just keeps growing. The networking keeps growing, and you guys are growing. I love to see it. I really do. What do you want to say there? Oh, listen, I want to ask you this. So I have been I've done sales. I've done a lot of things in my life, and I've been to wasn't necessarily called a summit, but um, these away kind of meetings where you're away from home in a different state, you're in a different whatever, and there's people from all over the place, and they get crazy because when you're away from your family and your friends and your loved ones or whatever, and you're meeting people that you'll probably never see again, shit pops off sometimes. Tell me some crazy stuff that's going on there at the summit. What is it like? What's that vibe?
It's actually it's pretty normal, I would say. Like most
Oh,
people,
it's
maybe
boring.
it's
I want to
yeah.
hear that.
I'm sorry to yeah. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but maybe it's
Ah,
because it's crypto. Maybe it's because we're a little bit nerdy. I don't know, but
yeah.
it was nice to actually see, for example, Nicholas, how he is in private. He's a pretty cool dude. Like it's nice to hang out with him.
Nicholas has got some
Um,
arms on him, huh? Used to be a pro football player.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, and he's a pretty good speaker actually. He
Is
did
he?
really well.
So
I
I,
think,
I only I only I only listen to you guys because I had such a hard time hearing it that I knew that I wanted to come and watch the rest of it on my computer. I got to listen to Nick. I got to listen to David. I want to listen to everybody. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. So I had a feeling Nick was going to be a good speaker because very often he's up in our spaces and he has no problem chatting. He's a very good speaker, so that's great. I'm glad that he's representing the Lunkverse.
Langquest was pretty. I mean, I'm here for Juris, of course, but I don't mind shooting other projects as well on Terra Classic. I was I was amazed with their project. I have to admit that maybe I didn't take it that serious initially, um, but they're doing a pretty good job, and he's super serious about it. And the things he told me, and the things you could see in the presentation,
Yeah,
um, looked super nice and professional as well. And my standards are high because of the
yeah.
Jura stuff we've seen.
I've
So
been I've
I'm
been
looking
talk.
forward to maybe even talk with. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, go
To
ahead. That's fine. Go ahead.
talk with Nicholas and the Landverse guys. How we can get Juris integrated into their project. So
Well, they have
to make
every
a
intent.
formal partnership,
They
something
have,
like this.
yeah, they have every intention of doing that. I talk to Mike all the time, Crypto Bytes, and matter of fact, we did a video. He took me on a tour of the Lunkverse, and we walked around and saw some of the different things. And this was, a few weeks back, and they're getting from Antia Solutions, they're getting updates like every couple weeks or whatever, another update, and they're banging this thing out. And there's so much more to it every couple of weeks that it's phenomenal. But one of the things that Mike always talks about is how they really are building this to integrate every project that's in Terra Classic. He tells me, there's going to be basically a bank, and you walk into the bank, and there are going to be all your links for Juris Protocol to do your lending, to do your borrowing. This is the dream that they have and what they want to do. So they very much want to do that. And then around the corner is going to be the DJ Trev nightclub, where I'm going to be able to get on live and actually play some music and do some. I mean, they've got humongous plans for this thing, and they're actually getting it done. I've talked to a lot of different projects before who were building metaverses and had huge plans, and it never really came to fruition. These guys are getting it done. They're putting in their money. It's going to be a great addition to Terra Classic. We're going to have that coming up. There was a time where it was like, what do we care about Terra Classic? There's nothing going on. All of a sudden, there's Juris, there's Selenium, there's the Lunkverse. There are so many things happening. It's all going to happen all at once. And I feel like the chain is really just kind of going to kind of explode out of nowhere and get everybody's attention, maybe get them by surprise. And it started with Juris. It really did. You guys came out and brought everybody together, lit a fire under everybody's asses because of how serious and how big this project was going to be. And I think anybody that was creating a project said, we can't come half-ass because we hear what it is Juris is doing. So we gotta step it up. And I really do. I think that's because of Juris, because of what you guys are doing. So you're driving this whole renaissance of Terra Classic, and it's awesome to see. It's awesome. Is there any last words? Anything else you want to say to everybody before I let you go and get your party on and get ready for tomorrow?
Well, the party we're going to have is to maybe have a cigarette together and then go to bed.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, at the end, maybe I want to just say thank you to you, to everyone involved, to my friend here, to our camera guy, if you watch this, to my girlfriend, parents, to the community, to whoever supported us and enabled us to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you back. All right, guys, get some rest, get some sleep, do whatever you got to do. Maybe party tomorrow night with these guys. I'm assuming you've talked to Kadikian at some point today.
Yeah, sure. Initially, like said hi, I'm Luna Lover, and this is me in real life.
Yeah.
We chatted a little bit, and he got one of our T-shirts, and he was wearing it the whole day, and I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah, you told me he wore it during his presentation, right? Yeah.
During the presentation, during the talks, he was sitting there all the time with the Juris logo on it.
That's awesome. I know he has this thing for Till. I know that, I think he kind of respects him and likes him, and so did he have any questions? Did he have any comments about what you guys are doing?
Questions not, but he had comments about the chain. He said that I think he thinks, and also I think people from the Osmosis chain, the Terra Classic is one of the best Cosmos chains because of the community, because of the tech, like how we are like keeping it up to date and stuff, how we worry about things.
Yeah.
Not only Juris, by the way, like everyone involved. So they're pretty impressed with us, I think, in general.
For anyone who doesn't know, Jacob Kadikian, I met Jacob back with the L1 task force with Zaradar and those guys. Jacob was actually on that team, and I was on the community oversight committee. And that's when I met Jacob. And he and Zaradar didn't quite see eye to eye on a lot of things. He was a formidable presence to say the least, but he knows his shit. The guy's really, he's just on top of it, he's really the guy to know. And if he gives you the thumbs up, you kind of take that seriously. So that's good to hear. He gave me a like on a couple of my tweets today. I wonder if he even remembers who I am, but tell him I said.
He also gave us shout-outs, like he tweeted about the project and stuff.
Oh, he did? Oh, awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I follow him, but I might have missed it. So I'll go and I'll pick it up and retweet it. All right. Yeah. Tell him I said what's up. Tell him I said thank you for everything. And I will talk to you guys soon.
Awesome. Tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Have a good evening, DJ.